right, hi, my name is Adriana Young, and I'm doing my practical test out here at Club Pilates Dublin for you, Carissa Fernandez. Let's get started. This is my volunteer, Sharon Preferio. She has been working really hard to get this done, and so have we, so we're ready. So Sharon, do you have any injuries that I should know about?
I do not.
Kind of nothing going on, okay? Is it okay that I give you tactile cues while we're working?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we are gonna start on the mat, and I'm gonna have you sitting down on the mat, facing whichever way, doesn't matter. That's probably good. And so we're gonna start off talking about the differences between a neutral spine and an imprinted spine. Neutral spine is the natural curvature of the way we stand, and we mimic that on the mat. So we're just laying naturally. That is a neutral spine. Imprinted spine is when we're pressing our pelvis into the mat. And if we're doing long lever exercises, we usually do an imprinted spine, which we are going to do a little bit later. I'm going to talk about, and you're going to try open kinetic exercises and closed kinetic. Open is when we have an open space between, we have planted arms and legs, maybe one arm is open, doing open thing, we're not totally secure on both ends. Closed is when hands and feet are all on the mat and we're doing movements that are not lifting or opening up the chain. So we're going to start with an open single bridge. So I'm going to have you lay back. And here we're going to be in a neutral spine. And here we want our toes and our knees and our hips completely aligned. Our shoulders are in line in the middle of the mat. Shoulders are down, our gaze is up. So here, we are going to lift our hips up, straight up. We're not articulating, so we're just going straight up. Very nice. Come back down. Very good. Let's come back up. We're inhaling and exhaling as we come up, inhaling as we come down. Very nice. We're going to come back up, exhale on the in. Very nice. We're going to hold for 2, 3, and we'll bring it back down. Very nice. So anytime you do bridging, these type of exercises, they're strengthening our posterior muscles for our sitting. When we sit in a chair, we get to the car. Very beneficial for those daily activities. So here, we're going to do a single leg bridge. So I want you to hinge up the way we just were, and we're going to lift this leg, and we're gonna go to 90 degrees. Very nice. Bend it back into tabletop, and then back down. Very nice, and come back down. Very good. Okay, we're gonna lift up. Remember to exhale on your way up. We're gonna bend our knee up to 90 degrees. Very good, very nice. And this is open kinetic. So there we go, we can go and bring it back down and take a deep breath. Very nice. Okay, now I'm gonna have you sit up and get up to the middle of the mat. And I'm going to have you open your legs about the width of the mat. Our toes are dorsiflexed, pointing up. We have a strong spine sitting up tall. Our shoulders are down. We're going to go into a spine stretch. So to start, I want your hands in the middle of your thighs, about right here. Yep. And for here, we are going to tuck our chin in as we roll down, and we're going to reach for our heels. Very good. And we're exhaling as we come out, and we're inhaling as we slowly roll back in. Kind of tap in our fingers as we come back up. Very good. Coming back up to sitting up tall. Very good. Let's do one more. And we're going to tuck our chin. We're going to roll our spine for some spinal flexion here. Very nice. And let's come back up. Our neck and our spine are all in line. Very nice. That's beautiful. All right, moving into a double straight leg. So here, we're going to lay back, just like we were a minute ago. So for a double leg stretch, you're going to have your hands down to your sides. We are going to lift both legs. Actually, let's start in tabletop first. We're going to build up. So we start in tabletop. And then we're going to bend both legs 90 degrees. Very good. And we're going to have our legs legs zip together. Very nice. And from here, we're gonna bring our legs down. Oh, sorry, this is where I need to remind you to have an imprinted spine because we are having a longer lever here. And so we want to press our pubic bone into the mat to give us some more lower back stability. Okay, so we're here, we're up to 90 degrees, and now we're gonna come down to about 45. Very nice, and we're gonna come back up. Very good. On this next one, I want you to flex your feet forward as you come down, and then we're gonna point our toes as we come up. Very nice, very good. Now we're gonna remember to breathe this time. So now we're gonna go back down and we're gonna exhale on the down. Very good. And we're gonna inhale on the up, pointing those toes. Very nice. Okay, one leg down at a time. Very good. And that is double straight leg. All right, we're gonna move into hundreds here. So hundreds helps us expand our lung capacity. It helps us just have a better breathing, and it inflates our lungs. So, because there's a lot of breathing going on with hundreds. So, to prep for hundreds, I'm gonna have you start with one leg in tabletop, and we're gonna do the other leg in tabletop to start. Very good. I'm gonna have you bring your arms overhead. Very good. And just to prep for our hundreds, I'm gonna have you bring both long arms up, and we're gonna be even, our hands are gonna be level with our shoulders here. Our gaze is up. So just to prep, I'm gonna have you lift your head, neck, and shoulders up and come back down. Very good. One more. Up and come back down. Very nice. And one more. Very good. Come back up. Now we're gonna get into the hundreds. So coming into the hundreds, we're gonna hold that head, neck, and shoulders up as we bring our arms down, and we're gonna start to pump. So it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the exhale, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on the inhale. Very good. We're breathing. Very nice. A variation here is we can bring our legs to 45, adding on to that degree of difficulty. And then we can also, for an added challenge, we can bring our legs up to 90, but you did great. So go ahead and come back down, one leg at a time. Very good. And that was hundreds. Okay, now I'm gonna have you get prone on the mat. So that means we're gonna be on our tummies. And we're going into swan. So here, I'm gonna have you have your legs just slightly open, not all the way to the mat, but just slightly open. Very good. We're gonna have energy charging through your thighs when we get started. Your hands are going to be right under your shoulders. Very good. And for this move, we are just moving, keeping your neck and your spine together in one complex. I'm gonna go ahead and have you push up and come up. And we exhale as we push up. For that spinal flexion, you can come right back down. Very nice. And we're gonna exhale on the way up. And we're only coming up to where it feels comfortable for you. Very nice. We're coming back down. And we'll do one more. Exhaling on the way out. And then inhaling on the way in. Very nice. Very nice. So through that whole movement, we've got energy charging through our thighs. This also helps with our upper body strength, our shoulders, also our latissimus dorsi, all those muscles here in the back. And just having a flexible spine just is good for your body. Okay, so here we can advance this move. If you have the spinal flexion to do an advanced move, you can. So here, you can bring your arms straight out, and then you can bring your legs up. And so you're doing like a rocking motion. So yeah, so you're just going up and down. Very good. And just, you can go up as high as you can. Very nice. Now let's try it with our hands coming down here like we were in swan. And then when you're coming up, you're gonna lift your legs at the same time. And it goes into actually like an airplane movement where your legs are charging up. Very good. All right. Okay, for this next one, we're going to do mermaid. So I'm gonna have you sitting up on the mat, facing the windows. And here, either side that you wanna start on. So we're gonna have our legs swept over to one side. Yep, that's good too. So if you have bad knees, kind of like I do, you can have your legs straight out. If this is too much stress on the client's knees, they can have them straight out. So for mermaid, our hips aren't going to totally be flat, obviously. The outside hip, the inside hip is going to be slightly lifted, which is perfectly okay. So for here, I'm going to have you put your hand on your hip and this arm out to a T, and we want this level with our wrists and our shoulders level here. So the move here is we're going to, on the exhale, we're going to reach over to the springboard, and we inhale as we come out of it. Very nice. And then we're going to exhale as we go over again. Very nice. And then we're coming out of it. Very good. We're going to do one more, and then we'll do a counter stretch. Very nice. For the counter, you're going to have both arms out, and you're going to place one arm down on the mat, and you're just going to do a counter stretch this way. Very nice. Everything looks good. When you come back down, your shoulders are staying down. Very good. That looks beautiful. All right, for here, next we're going to do a spine twist and a saw. So I'm going to have you sitting up again, facing the springboard, and our legs are going to be wide as the mat. Very good. All right, for this one, we're going to start with a totally straight spine. Shoulders are down as always. Always want to have perfect posture in Pilates. So for here, we are going to have actually, if you want to scoot down this way, because your arms are going to have to come out. Yeah. Actually, I hope we're in the shot here, so can you hit the middle? Sorry. You know, Hollywood, we just got to, go with the flow. So, okay, so for spine twist here, we're sitting up tall with our shoulders down, and we're going to bring our arms out to a T. Perfect. And we want our arms and our shoulders totally level. Very good. Our sits bones are straight into the mat, neutral. And for here, we're simply going to twist around. You're going to bring this arm to this side. We're just twisting. Very good. And we're staying up tall. So we're keeping very good with our arms staying in a T. Yep. And we're going round. Very nice. We're exhaling on the twist. Inhaling. Coming back to center. Very good. Keeping our arms in a T. Very good. Very good. Last one here. We're going to end up on the center. Very good. Now we're going to go into a saw. So we are still in the same position. We're going to start off with our arms in a T. For this movement, we're twisting over to our opposite foot, obviously, and our pinky finger is going to twist, and you're going to saw off the opposite pinky toe. So you're going to twist, and you're going to pull forward slightly. Very good. We come back up. That pinky saws off the pinky toe. Very good. Very nice. And we twist, and we come back up, remembering our breath. Very good. We've got one more. Perfect. Very nice. That was spine twist and saw. Okay, so now we're going to move to our side lying series. So I'm going to have you lying on your side, facing the windows. So for this one, these are the things that we want to make sure that are happening when we're doing side lying series. We want to make sure that our head is in a secure spot, and there's different ways that you can do this. So you can be on your elbow just like you are. You can lay on your forearm. You can also use a ball. So, and that's another option too. We just want to make sure that our head isn't, we're not dumping too much into our head and making our spine not aligned. So, sorry, I almost beat you. Sorry. Okay, so for side lying, important things to remember is that our hips are stacked, our shoulders are stacked. Let's try you on your with your head down to your, how does that feel? Is that okay? Okay. All right, so because we want to make sure that our shoulders are straight, hips are aligned. Our hand can be here as a kickstand, so to speak. And so when we get into our movement, we want to make sure that we have our oblique is slightly lifted off the mat, and they call it like a mouse house here. So just to make sure that your oblique is activated while you're moving the other side. So here, we're going to do a leg raise. So we're gonna start in a slight banana shape. So you're just gonna bend slightly, very good. Okay, so we're gonna start with the leg raise. So the top leg is going to be straight, very good. And our starting position is about right here, okay, very good. So we're going to just raise our leg, very good. We wanna make sure that we're staying in just this general area. We don't wanna come out of our hip. So we're here as we go up and down, very nice. Making sure that oblique is staying up, very nice. We're all staying stacked. We're remembering our breath, very good. Okay, now we're gonna do a laterally rotated toe as we go up and down. And we're just working all those top muscles here, very good. We can medially rotate. We're gonna turn our toes toward our body, our internal rotation as we go up and down. Very good. Bring that back down. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna go into double leg stretch. So we're gonna have you laid back, supine on the mat. And to start, I'm gonna have you bring your knees to your chest. Very good, and you're gonna hold onto your knees just like you are, very nice. We are starting with a neutral spine. The movement here is you're going to raise your arms over your head, very nice. At the same time, your legs are gonna come out, very good, zip together. The next movement is you're gonna make a circle with your arms and your legs, and you're gonna bend your knees as you come in, okay? That's the movement. So we're gonna start with our arms out over our head, and then we're gonna circle, and at the same time bring those in, keeping our spine in neutral. We're gonna exhale as we make the circle. We come in, very good, yep, you got it. Nice, and we're gonna do one more. Inhale, and then exhale on the work. Very good. Very nice, that's double leg stretch. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna move on to the reformer. So I'm gonna have you lay supine on the reformer. Okay, so we wanna talk about why we do footwork in Pilates. Footwork helps us maintain alignment in our body. In Pilates, we're always trying to balance our body out, and footwork helps us with that. So body alignment is very important, and so when we do tendon stretches and all those type of things, it's helping us with our body, and also keeping our pelvis level. That gives us a lot more control and for overall alignment. So we're going to start with footwork here, and I'm going to have you have parallel toes on the footwork. So I'm going to come around here, and so what we want to make sure that we're doing is we're just underneath the little pad of the foot, and I'm about a fist distance apart. And so alignment again is very important. So our toes, our knees, and our hips are all aligned. Let's have you go a little bit further out. Very good. Okay, so for here we want to make sure that we're just a few inches, about one and a half inch or so away from the shoulder block to give you some space. Our hands are long by our side. Our pelvis is neutral. So for the first move, I'm just going to have you press out. We're going to exhale on the out and resist as we come in. Very good. Back to the stopper. Push out. Very good. And we come back in. On this next one, we're going to come out and we're going to come halfway. And we're going to do tiny micro pulses. Very good. Remembering our breath, we're exhaling and inhaling as we're coming in and out. Got lots of space between our shoulder blocks. Doing great. Very nice. Okay. Go ahead and come all do a tendon stretch. So I'm gonna have you alternating your heels underneath the foot bar. Very good. And we can speed that up if you would like. And we go into prancing. Very nice. Okay, very good. So I wanted to talk about two of our props that we use, and I forgot weights. So, sorry about that. Wanted to talk about our props and why we use our props. So a lot of times we will use the ball or the magic ring to help us stay in alignment. So sometimes, most of the time we use our props more to keep our legs together during bridging, but a client, if they have trouble keeping a strong tabletop or any of those type of things, we can put a ball above their knees or at their ankles to maintain their form. We can also use magic ring for the same purposes. And we'll get into that more, but we can put the magic ring, we'll put it here, just show them really quick, just put your feet through the ring. Sometimes we can put the ring here above our knees to kind of either add resistance, to keep our strong tabletop, different things. The ring can go also inside above the knees if we're doing that to maintain a strong tabletop. Probably doing this out of order, but we get the idea. Okay, so to progress this up into intermediate, I'm going to change our springs from one red to one blue, and I'm going to give you some light weights here. When we add weights and we go into a lighter spring, it goes into our intermediate level. So when we go into a lighter spring, our abs are having to work a little harder, which is good. All right, so here I'm going to have you with your heels on and with your flexed foot up. So we're going to raise one leg. We're going to do a single leg footwork. So here we want you in a strong tabletop, and your knees and your hips are going to stay right here. We don't want to hug them up or go out yet. We want to stay right here for a single leg footwork. Other heel is planted into the foot bar. Now go ahead and press out. We exhale on the out, inhale on the in. Very good. Our abs are engaged as we're going in and out. We're staying in tabletop. Yep. Very good. Perfect. Now we're going to go into a bicep curl. As we press out, we're going to pull our weights up, back down. Very good. Inhaling on the in, exhaling on the out. Very good. Our pelvis is remaining neutral. Tailbone is staying planted onto the carriage. Very good. All right, on this next one, I'm going to have you come all the way back in. And we're going to come back out, and then we're going to go halfway. And we'll do our tiny pulses. Very good. I'm just going to hold our weight still. Very good. Very nice. Now, we're going to bring all the way back into the stopper. Now we're going to come back out, come back in. We're going to stay still, but we're going to just do our bicep curls. Very nice. We're exhaling. Very good. Okay, very good. We're going to put this foot down on the foot bar. Take a little rest here. Take a breath. Okay. Here we're going to kick it up one more notch, and we're going to stay on one red and one blue. And we have our weights. I'm just going to check the recording really quick. Make sure we're still on. Yep. This thing has happened with me. Okay. So I just want to make sure that we are recording. Okay. So here we're going to, let's do the other knee. We're going to put the left knee in a strong tabletop. And this one, we're going to be on our toes. So let's get on our toes. So when we're doing different work, different footwork, when we go into our toes, it's less stability, so that it does kind of kick up our level a little bit, challenges us a little bit more, and we are in a lighter spring. We're still on the red and blue. Okay, so for here, you're going to stay in a strong tabletop, and I'm going to have you press on out, come back in. We're exhaling on the resistance. Very good. And coming back in. Very nice. Here, as you come back over, when you come back in, I'm going to have you extend this leg over the foot bar when you come in. So let's start again. Let's go on the tabletop. You're going to press out. And when you come back in, we're going to put the leg over the foot bar. Very good at 45. Very good. One more time. Very good. We're threading the needle. So now we're going to go under the foot bar. Very good. Staying in neutral. Very good. Under. We come back out. And we go over again. Very good. Nice. All right, on this next one, we're going to come halfway, and I'm going to pulse your leg. You're just going to do tiny pulses with your leg. So it's a lot of kind of a balance challenge here. Very good. We're going to come back out, come back into the stopper. Very good. Keeping your leg at tabletop. Or sorry, extended to 45. That's my fault. Sorry. Come back out, and then we're going to go under, and then we're going to do tiny pulses of that one single leg under the foot bar. So we're going to stay still. We're just going to do tiny pulses here. Yeah, as we're standing. Yeah, perfect. Very nice. Okay, we're going to bring the carriage on out. Put your foot back on the foot bar and bring it on home. Very good. All right, so we're going to go into bridging. I'll take your weights from you. So I kind of jumped the gun on the props for bridging, but here for bridging, working on those posterior muscles. So if we want to just maintain a strong tabletop and just focus on what we're doing and just cue our form, or kind of a tactile cue for our form, is to use a ball. So we can have a ball here to keep our knees. If you have a client that has valgus knees that wants to go, they want to come in, this will keep them stabilized as they're bridging up and down. We can also use the magic ring for the same purposes. We can have the magic ring here and have our legs a little bit wider. And if we wanted to add resistance on our bridge, we can come up in the bridge and squeeze. So there's all kinds of things that we can do with the magic ring. We can also put the magic ring outside with the pads on the outside. We can add resistance when we bridge up. So for our purposes today, I'll just have you use the ball above your knees here. And so for this portion, we're going to go back to 2 reds and a blue. So we're starting in kind of a level 1 bridge. So for here, I'm going to have you start with your arches on. Very good. And again, here, everything is aligned. Always, 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 I'll always say that every time we go into any kind of work laying supine. So we're neutral, our shoulders are down, our gaze is forward. So here we're just going to go into a mid bridge. So we're just going into our mid back. So we're going to hinge up, keeping the carriage still, and then come back down. Very good. So we're going to exhale on the up. Just a mid bridge, very good. And we're going to inhale, coming back down. Very good. The key here is just keeping the carriage still, working your posterior muscles, making those strong for our daily activities. Very nice. You can go ahead and stop there. All right, we're going to move into knee extensions. I'm going to move you back down to, I'm going to come to only red or blue for this one. All right, so I'm going to have you come, I don't know why I can't remember this, sorry. Okay, I'm going to have you go on your toes. Very good. And we're going to do bridge with knee extensions. So for this one, we are going to articulate up, trying to keep the carriage still. Very good. And then we're going to press on out. Very good. And we're coming back in, and then we come back down. How does that tension feel? Should I add another spring? No, that's it. You're good? Okay. All right. So we're going to do that one again. I'm going to have you articulate up, peeling that spine off the carriage. I'm going to have you press out. Very good. We're coming back in, and you come around and make sure that your alignment is here. You're looking good. And you articulate back down. Very nice. Okay. Now we're going to move on, and we're going to move on to an advanced single leg bridge. So here we're going to have your toes on, and one leg is going to be, the other leg is going to be a tabletop. Very good. All right, so here we're going to articulate up, Trying to keep the carriage as still as possible. Very good. And we're going to come back down. And we're exhaling on the up and inhaling on the way down. Okay, so go ahead and come up. Very good. And we're coming back down. Excellent. Go back one more. We'll go back up one more. Articulating up. Very good. And we're coming back down to neutral. Very nice. Now on this last one, I'm going to have you come up and we're going to hold. Very good for 3, 2, 1. Very good. Articulate back down. And go ahead and put our foot back down. Awesome. Moving on to supine hands and straps. So you are on one red and one blue, which is where we want to be for this one. Excuse me, one red. I'm wrong. Okay, so go ahead and take your short straps. Again, here we can utilize our magic ring. And let's do this. Let's do the magic ring on the outside of your knees, so that we can just give you some stability there, and then we can add on to this if we want to level it up a little bit. Okay, so for supine hands and straps, we're going to start in a strong tabletop. Very nice. And we're going to start with a lift and lower. So we're going to start up, very good, we'll come back down. We're going to keep our head down to start. Long arms up, very good. When we come up, we're just coming even with our shoulders. Very nice. We'll do one more here. Beautiful. Very nice. We're coming back up. On this next one, now we're going to add the chest lift. Very good. Come back down. Very good. We're exhaling as we come up. Very good. Inhaling as we come down. Very nice. Now we're going to go into a lateral arm movement. So we're going to have one arm staying down. So go ahead and press one arm down. And then just one arm is going to go up and down. Very good. And we're just going to stay right level with, yep, right here. Yep. So when you come up, stay right here, back down. Very good. And that's a balance challenge there for you. All right, so here, let's go ahead and come back up. Now we're going to go into arm circles. So let's switch to the ball, just to show a little variety here. And we can add the ball now, just to show the different ways to use our props. Let's do this a little bit. Very good. All right, so we're going to go into arm circles. So here, we're going to start with the straight arms up, and we're going to circumduct our arms around, down to our hips. We're going to come straight back up. Very good. We come back up. We're always even with our shoulders. We're circumducting. Very good. Very nice. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to add on to this. We're going to do a chest lift and legs extend as we make our circle. So we're going to circle. We're going to raise our chest. Very good. Come back into tabletop. Very good. We're going to circle out to 45. Very good. We just leveled up our supine arms and straps. Excellent. Very good. Looking really good. Okay, so let's move on to our feet and straps. So I'm going to move this ball. You can hang those straps up. Okay, so we're going to move on to one red, one blue here. So to get into this strap safely, I'm going to have you grab one long strap and put that loop on your arch. This foot remains on the foot bar safely, and now we can grab the other. Very nice. Into the long loop. Okay, so with feet and straps, we're working on our hamstring complex to keep those strong. We're working on our core. So everything Pilates comes down to the core. So when we are on a lighter spring, our core is working harder to keep us level, to keep us in alignment and movement. So what we're going to start off here is with our lift and lower here. So we're going to start with our legs zipped together. And we're going to start with our laterally rotated toes, which is also Pilates E. And so long arms to your side, pelvis, our toes going to stay on the carriage. So go ahead and press down to 45. Very nice. And we're going to come back up just to the hip height. Very good. We don't want to go forward because our tailbone, we don't want that to lift and that'll put us go ahead and press down. And we're laterally rotating our toes to help our outside thigh muscles. Very good. Everybody's favorite, keep straps. Very good. Now we're going to go medially. So we're going to turn our toes towards our body. Very good. Very nice. We're going to press down. You can really feel those thigh muscles firing up. Our core should be the one responsible for pushing us down. Very good. Very nice. Excellent. Okay. Very good. All right. We're going to take those straps off, and we are going to move into facing straps and upper body facing straps. So we're going to grab our long box, and thank you. So we're going to put the long box onto the carriage. I'm going to do long this way. Oh, sorry. Yep. Got it. All right. So we are going to, and I'm going to talk about that really quick. So there's different ways that we can do facing away straps. This is one variation that I think a lot of us like to use, and it gives us just a higher contact area, and the range of motion is a little bit shorter. We can also sit on the carriage with our shoulder blocks to our back of our booty here. We can have long legs out, we can have crisscross legs sitting on the carriage. We can be on our knees with our feet against the shoulder blocks, doing our facing away straps. But I think the box is a lot of a favorite of me. So let's go ahead and have you sit on the box, and you can straddle the box. Very nice. And your feet can go up on the carriage. Very good. And I'm going to, let me go on one red and one blue. Excuse me, one blue. We got it wrong last time. Okay. So I'm going to hand these to you one at a time. Very good. And we're in the long loops. Very good. Short. Yeah, got it. All right. So for here, we're going into chest expansion. So I'm going to have you scoot back just a little bit, because it looks like we're going too far out, because we want to sit up tall to start. And for this one, I want to make sure that our sits bones are planted into the long box, that we are sitting straight up tall. Our spine is straight up. Very good. And we are going to, for some chest expansion. So what we're going to do here is we're going to press back. I have this wrong. My fault. Face the other way. It's okay. I was like, that didn't look right. Yeah. My fault. Okay. So we're facing the mirror. This makes a lot more sense. Yes, and so all those things I said, you're facing the other way. So you can have your legs in the headrest if you're not on the box. Yes. Yes. Much more sense. So feet are in the headrest. If you're not on the box, legs can be long into the headrest. They can be up. They can be crisscross. Whatever. And also your knees can go up against the shoulder blocks for chest expansion. Okay. So for here, we're sitting up tall. Our spine is straight up. Our shoulders are down. Our gaze is forward. Now to start, we're going to press with long arms back behind our hips, and we're coming back up. Very good. We're exhaling when we press out. Inhaling on the in. Very good. Excellent. All right, on this next one, we press back. We're going to turn our head to the window for cervical rotation. So we're going to turn right, center, left, center, while maintaining the chest expansion, while maintaining the pressing back. Very good. Very nice. Come back to center. One more time to the left, and then we'll, very good. We can release those straps. Very good. All right. Here, we're going to go into a roll down with oblique twist. So we're going to get both hands together in the loops. Perfect. Now, there's different variations here if you want more resistance. Some clients will go up into the short loops if they want a shorter, more resistance when they're rolling back. It's really up to you, but we want to make sure that our hands are securely together, whichever one that you choose. Okay, so for here, we want to protect our lower back with the roll down always. So we want to make sure that we're tucking our tailbone in on the roll down. So let's start up tall again. Our elbows are going to be out. Very good. We're going to tuck our tailbone. We're going to C curve all the way down with our chin going to our chest. Very good. Now we're going to roll back up, keeping that C curve, and then we roll back up to seated. Very good. All right, we're going to do that again. So we're going to tuck our pelvis. We're going to roll back. Very nice. We're going to keep that C curve as we come back up, coming up strong, sitting up tall. Very nice. Now we're going to add that twist. So we're going to tuck our pelvis, do that C curve. As we're out, we're going to twist to the windows. Very good. That spine is staying straight. As we turn with our pelvis tucked, protecting our lower back. Very good. We come all the way up. Very nice. And that is with the oblique twist. All right, so now it's facing away straps. So, all right. So here, we're gonna hold on to those straps. Very good. Now here's where you can straddle, and this makes a lot more sense. So, same positioning as we did before. Your shoulders are gonna stay down. Sits bones are planted into the carriage. Here we're gonna go into presentation. So this is helping our biceps, our latissimus dorsi, muscles in the back. Starting position is long arms to your side, and we're just bringing up long arms up to our shoulder height, and we're coming back down. Very good. We're inhaling it on the down. So we're exhaling as we come up, inhaling on the down. Very good. Exhaling on the up, inhaling on the down. Now we're gonna kick it up one level, and we're gonna do unilateral. So now we're gonna keep one hand down, and we're gonna pull one up with just a single arm presentation. Very good. Very nice. I'm going to do the other side if you want to even yourself out. So the other arm stays down, other arm comes up. Very good. Now we'll go into arm circles. So here we're going to raise our arms up shoulder height, and we're going to circumvent our arms back around, back down. You're right. Coming back, straight arms up, circumvent up. Very good. Very nice. Very good. Okay, you can go ahead and put those down. All right, so here we are going to do, roll back. Yes, okay. So here we're gonna do roll back, but I'm gonna give you, there's options here. So the roll back this time is going, we're gonna roll back this way. So you can do genie arms, but you're gonna face, sorry, get off the box. Sorry. I'm getting my thoughts all jumbled. So we're going to short box. Woo. All springs are on. I was like, wait a minute, this doesn't sound right. Okay, and we have our safety strap here. Okay, now this makes more sense. So we are gonna go into a rollback with rotation. So main thing here is that our feet are in the safety strap. All springs are on. We can utilize props for this. We can use the pole if you want to do kind of a leveled up, but we'll start with our hands. We can do across our chest. We can do genie arms, whatever feels best for you. Okay, so here we are going to, as always, when we're rolling back, we want to protect our lower back. So we want to tuck our tailbone, and we're going to C curve as we go down. We're going to really trust the safety strap. Very good. We're going to C curve as we come back up, sitting tall. Very good. Let's do one more. Tucking as we go back. Your legs are floating. That's beautiful. Coming back up. Very good. Okay, now we can add the pole. So this will, when you have your arms together, that's gonna feel a little more stable. If we have the pole, it's going to give us a little less stability, so we're having to work harder in our abs to stay stable. All right, so with the pole, when we do the roll down, we are going to do the rotation, okay? So we're going to tuck our pelvis, we're going to C-curve, we're going to go back, and we're going to turn, very good, to the right, back to center, to the left, center, and we're going to C-curve right back up. Very nice. Let's do one more. We're going to C-curve, holding that pole out, straight arms. We're going to rotate to the right, center, left, center, C-curve back up to sitting tall. Beautiful. All right, I'll take that from you. Okay. Now we're moving to side-facing mermaid. Okay, so you're going to bring one leg this way. You can have it up, or you can have it draping over the box. The other leg is going to go in the safety strap. Very good. Okay, so for this movement here, just like we did on the mat, this one we're just a little more elevated. This goes into a little more an advanced move because we're relying on the safety strap to get a deeper stretch. So here, you can have your hand on your hip, on your lap, whatever you'd like. The other arm is going to come out to start. When we start bending to the other side, we're going to have both arms curving around. So we're going to have you bring this arm over. Very good, as we extend over. Exhaling as we bend over. We come back up to a T. Very good. And we can do a counter stretch, just opposite arms as we go the other way. Very good. I want to talk about your foot move, but let's stop here. Let me go rest. So here, what you're doing is correct. I just wanted to talk about variations. So here you can have your foot on the platform. You can also have it floating as you're going up. That just makes it obviously a little more difficult with stability. But so did want to talk about those different variations for mermaid. So let's do one more. So we're starting, with our hands out to the side, and then we're going over to the mirrors. Very good. Pulling back up, and we'll go for that counter stretch of opposite arms. Very good. We'll exhale as we come up. As we stretch down. And come back to T. Very good. That's mermaid. Okay. Next, we are going into swan. So let's take this box off. I'm going to put this on one red. Okay, so for swan, I lied. Okay, so we're going to do our swan. We're going to do some spinal flexion here. So to start, I'm going to have you lay prone on the box. Chest is off the box. Very good. Our legs can be as wide as the box, and our hands are a little bit closer. Very good. All right, so for swan, on the press out, we're going to press out. As you press out, let's just do a prep here. Go ahead and come back in. For the swan, when you press out, you're going to lift your spine up as you press out, keeping straight arms. Very good. Now we're coming back in. You come back down. Very good. Now we're going to lift up our spine up again as we press out. Exhale as we're up. Inhaling the down. Very good. Got one more here. Very good. Our legs are charging. Very good. Everything looks aligned. Excellent. I'll do one more here as we press out. We're going up. Very nice. So we're coming down. Very good. Okay. So now we can remove the box. I think I'm getting a little ahead of myself in this whole thing. So we'll just put it here for now. Okay, we're going to move into our down stretch. So we're going to stay on one red spring, and I'm going to have you kneel on on the carriage facing the foot bar. And our feet are going to be just like that on the shoulder blocks. And our heels are going to be just slightly lifted off the shoulder blocks, okay? Our hands are going to be even with our shoulders. So what we're doing here is we are pressing the carriage out, using our core to press out. Our gaze is down. Very nice. As we come up, our gaze follows us up, and we're looking up again. Very good. Our knees are stable. Very nice. Perfect. And we come back in. Very good. Let's do one more. Very good. And that's down stretch. Excellent. Okay, so now we're going to go into long stretch. So here, this is a sort of a prep for planks on the reformer. So for here, I'm going to have you stand. You're going to put your hands on the foot bar. You're going to put your leg. You're going to actually stand on the reformer. Yep. Very good. Got you. I'm going to add another spring here. Okay. So we are here. Actually, I'm going to have you put your feet here in the middle. Very nice. Okay. So here, we want to make sure that we're aligned here. That we're all straight. Very good. The movement here is you are using your core to press your legs back. Very good. Go ahead, press back. Is that tension too high? No? Okay. Very good. And let's go a little bit further. Very good. All right, that's the movement there. That is a long stretch. Very good. Keep going. Okay. Now, I think we did it. I think we're done with the down stretch. Let's make sure. Yes. Okay. Let's try it with our feet further back. Okay. Now, how does that feel? Long stretch. One more. We're good. I've got you. Very nice. Okay. Go ahead and come up further. I've got the carriage. Okay. You can go ahead and come sitting on the carriage. We're going to come down on your knees. Yep. And come on down. Very good. Okay. That concludes reformer. We are going to go into springboard. Put that right here. That right here. Okay. For springboard, I'm going to have you come over to the springboard. And I'm going to move this a bit. It's here. Okay. All right. So to start, I'm going to have you lay down on the mat supine. Good. And I'm going to attach our springs to number 8. I'm going to replace the handles with our pole for our roll down. Okay, so here your feet are going to be on the hardware of the bar. Very good. Your legs are going to be straight. So go ahead and scoot back just a little bit. Your legs are straight. Perfect. Okay. We are in a neutral spine. Our shoulders are down. Our gaze is forward. Our feet are not going to come off of the hardware. Okay. So they're always going to stay on there. So let's go ahead and sit up now. I'm going to have you grab the pole, okay, on the outside of the hardware. All right, so now we're sitting up tall. Very good. And I'm going to have you tuck your pelvis in as you begin to roll down. Very good. Very nice. And we're going to pull the pole towards you. 1, 2. One more time. Very good. All right. Now to tuck your chin into your chest as you roll back up. Very good. Okay, let's do one more. So we have you tuck your pelvis in as you roll down, chin to your chest, slowly articulating our spine down to the mat. We're gonna pull 3 times, 2, 3. Very good. I'm gonna have you pull one more time, and we're gonna go into our back extension. So you're gonna pull here, and now you're just gonna lift up your chest portion. You're not gonna dump into your head, but you're just lifting your upper back here, your thoracic section of your cervical spine, okay? Now we're gonna roll that back down, chin to our chest, okay? Now we're gonna roll back up. Very nice. Let's do that one more time. So we're gonna C-curve all the way down. Very good. We're gonna pull the bar in. We're gonna pull our chest up, not dumping into our head. Very nice. And now we're gonna go back down. We're gonna pull. Very good. We're gonna roll back up bone by bone. Back up. Perfect. Great job. Okay. Now we're gonna go into a twist with pulse. So you are gonna stay in the same position. Both hands are going to start in the middle of the bar. So that's to start. I'm wrong. One hand is going to go in the middle of the bar. Very good. And so what we're going to do here, you're going to press down into the bar as you C-curve back. One hand is going to go out, and you're going to twist, and this arm's going to go out, and your gaze is going to follow that arm. You're going to come back in, sitting back up, and both hands down. Very good. Let's do that one more. Good. We come back up, both hands, very nice. We press down, arm comes out, our gaze follows our hand. We're keeping that, those abs tight, not tight, charged, but moving. Very nice. More. Perfect. Up. Nice. All right. That concludes that one. Now we're going to stand facing the springboard. Okay, so here we are going to do a bicep curl. So I'm going to take these off. Place them with so we're going to hang on to these. Go ahead and approach the springboard. And typically for bicep curls, we do shoulder height. So does that 9 feel good, or are you better at an 8?
I think the 9.
9? Okay. All right. So we want to step away to where we do have some tension. But this is fine because you are going to pull towards you. So you want to get at the right distance here. So for our bicep curl, the way you are doing it is correct. Your feet are going to be parallel. Heels are going to be planted into the mat. Our shoulders want to remain down. So our bicep curl, go ahead and curl in. Very good. Ideally, the way you just raise your arms is where we want to remain to get the most workout. So go ahead, and you want to keep the elbows level with the bicep. That's good form there. Very nice. And we're exhaling as we pull in. Inhaling as we come out. Very nice. That's our bicep curl. Very good. You got it. All right. Now we're going to face away, and we are going to go into our hug a tree. So for hug a tree, we want to make sure that our feet are securely planted. There are some variations that I'm going to talk about. But for hug a tree, we are going to come up with slightly bent elbows to our sides, and we're just going to hug our tree. So we want to make sure that we're keeping kind of like a beach ball in the middle of our arms here as we come out. Very good. We're keeping our shoulders down. We do have a slight hinge forward, which is good. Very nice. We can also open our fingers and touch the tips of our fingers together. Very nice. Keep our shoulders down. Exhaling as we come in. Inhaling on the out. Really good. Very nice. Now we can go into a staggered stance here. So yes, and just changing our, giving us more of a balance challenge, which we always want to work on. So go ahead and continue your hug a tree. Very nice. Now we want to level this up. We can go unilaterally. So we're going to put one arm down while the other arm goes around to work unilaterally. So that kind of levels it up a little bit. Very nice. We do the other arm, just even yourself out if you feel. Awesome. Okay, next one, we are going to do long arm and short arm. So here, I'm gonna have you face the windows, and we're doing side work here. So for long arm, I'm gonna have you grab, the outside arm is gonna grab this loop. And we want to make sure that when we're pulling the spring, that our arm is staying long as we come out. Okay, so we're gonna kind of check our resistance here. Do we feel like we need to go in more? Very good. Okay, so that's long arm. We're stable, we're parallel. Very good. Our arm is staying long, our hand is on our hip. Very nice. These are not easy. And then we can go into short arm. So, do I have that right? Excuse me, side arm. It's like that doesn't sound right. So side arm is when we have the bent elbow here, and we're pulling out here. This is beneficial for volleyball players, golfers, just to work on that tricep. Very good. And that is side arm. Excellent. Okay, now we're going to move on to our feet and straps. So I'm going to have you lay on the mat with your head to the springboard. And we're going to do, I'm trying to remember what we're doing. Oh yeah, okay. So here we are going to stay on 5, I think 5 is what we said. Okay, so one foot at a time. I'm gonna have you put your arch into this foot here. Good, and you can grab the other one in there. All right, so here, we're gonna start with bend and stretch. Does that distance feel good?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I feel like these might be a little high. I'm gonna go put you down on the floor. That probably seems better. Okay. Okay, so for bend and stretch, I'm gonna have you start with bent knees. Both knees are gonna be bent. Very good. All right. So for bend and stretch, we're gonna press out. Very good. And we're coming back in just to the level with our hips here. So we're gonna press out, come back in, pressing out. Very nice. Very good. Very nice. We're pressing. Okay, now let's do it with our legs together. Bent knees, pressing out. Very good. Good. Okay, now we're gonna go into, leg circles. So here we're gonna start with our legs zipped together. As our legs start to make a circle, we don't wanna go very wide. We wanna keep it pretty tight so that our abs are working here to get those legs to go around, and our inner thigh muscles, and our outer thigh muscles. All right, very good. Let's reverse that. So now with reverse, we're going to start together down. We're going to go, very good. Together, down, open on the bottom, coming up, very nice. Very good. And we're exhaling as we're going down, inhaling as we make the circle. Very good. Very nice. And we're just neutral. Tailbone is staying down. Good. Right. That is leg circles. Very nice. We can take those off one at a time. So we've got one more to do, and we're doing the magician. So I'm going to move our springs up down to a 7 here. Okay, so I'm going to take these handles off, and we're going to put our loops on. Okay, so for magician, I'm going to have you scoot down a little more because, because for this one, you get to hold on to the bar behind you, okay? So you are, this movement here is very much core focused. So how we're going to start is your hands are going to stay on the bar. Your feet are going to go into, and I feel like we're supposed to have the purple strings. What do you think? For more resistance. Sorry. Commercial break. Commercial break. I hope I got this right. I think so. That's what it's all about, right? Okay. So, hands on the bar, feet into the loop. All right, our legs stay zipped together here. The movement here is we are going to lift our legs up into here, and I will guide you with this. So go ahead and you're going to lift up. Very good, beautiful. You're going to roll back down slowly. Very nice. This is a very advanced move, so you're doing really good. How do your hands feel? Good? Okay. Let's do one more. There are variations to this. When we're up in our magician stance, we can do a walking motion going up and down if we'd like, but I just want to talk about the different variations. When we're up, we can do beats of our feet. Where we go open and close. So if we can attempt, we can try it. Let's do it. So we're going to roll up, and we're going to hold up, and we're going to open our legs to beats. Open, tap, tap, our heels open, tap, tap, open, tap, tap. Very nice. Now roll back down. That's awesome. So good. Very nice. Okay, we did it. Yay. Okay, and that concludes springboard. And we're going to move over to the chair. Okay, so, all right, we've got to do chair, and then we're doing pretty good. Okay, so we are going to do a foot press. So we're going to start with the box here. We're going to move these props out of the way. All right, and I'm going to, forgot the pole. Where's the pole? Oh, here it is, sorry. Okay. All right, so we want to make sure that we are on the right spring here. So we want to be on 1, on 3, that's what we are. Okay, so for here, we are going to be standing on the box, and I'm going to hand you the pole. So I feel like we need to be a little closer. Okay, let's get this closer. Got it. Okay. Okay. So we're going to put our outside foot on the pedal. I'm going to have you hold on to this pole here for stability. All right. So for here, we want to make sure that we are, first of all, stable. For this movement, our box leg is going to do the work, okay? So we're going to press down on the pedal where it's even with the box, okay? And we are going to bend this knee up and down. Good. Very nice. And we can stop. Very good. Now we can do, let's move the box out a little bit. I feel like it's a little tight. I guess we moved it too close. I moved it too close. Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, it's not for the faint of heart. It is like, yeah, you've got to work with stability. I think it's really not difficult, but just challenging for everybody because it's a balance challenge. Okay. So for this one, we're going to isolate this hip here. So what we're going to do is we're going to press on the pedal, straight leg. We're going to press on that till it's straight. And we're just going to isolate, and the hip is going to move up, kind of like we do scapula isolations. We're just isolating that hip complex. So we're going up and down. Very good. We can have a slight bend in this knee. Slight bend. Yep. There you go. Very nice. Okay, so that is foot press on the long box. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next thing. Okay, still utilizing the box, we are going to move to a one-to-one. Okay, so we're gonna move on to a tricep press. So there's different variations of sitting, how we want to do this. We can sit on the box, and we are going to be facing this way for a tricep press. We can also not use the box and just sit on the floor. So I'm going to move this a little bit closer to you. All right, so there's also two different ways to place your hands for the tricep press. We can have your hands on the pedal facing you, or you can have your hands facing out. So whichever one feels most comfortable to you. Does that feel good? Okay. So here we're going to, our gaze is going to be forward. We're sitting neutral. We can be about, parallel. Very good. And we're just going to press down on the pedal, come up, press down, working those triceps. Very good. And we're exhaling as we press. Inhaling on the up. Exhaling on the press. Good job. Up. Very nice. Okay, our next one here is our supine leg work. So let's go ahead and release that pedal. And we're going to remove this box. This back. Okay. All right, so for this one, I'm going to have you lay supine with your head towards the springboard. Yep. Sorry, that's okay. And we're going to move on to hamstring curl. Okay, so our shoulders are down in the middle of the mat, and we are not going to be rotating through our hips here. We want to check the distance from the pedal. Make sure we're going to go ahead and put your feet on the pedal. And we're going to do our heels on. How's our distance? We feel like we probably need to scoot down a little more. Yep. Okay. So for our hamstring curl, we're simply going to press down on the pedal. Very good. And we're just going to resist up. So the breath, the exhale is on the up. Very good. Press down. The resistance coming up should be a little tougher. Yeah. So we're coming up. So we're going to try to keep our toes pointed to the ceiling. Let's see how that goes. So you can have your heels just a little bit further up. Yeah. Very good. Pressing down. Getting those hamstrings in. Worked. Very good. One more. Excellent. And we're coming back up. Good. Now, we are going to do a hamstring press. So we're going to press down on the pedal. Your hips are going to lift up. Straight up. Very good. Everything straight. coming back down. Very good. Come back. Keeping the pedal, yeah, that's fine. You can push the pedal down. Now we're coming back up. Coming back down. Pedal comes up. Slowly. Now the challenge on this next one is when you lift your hips up, we're going to see if we can lift the pedal. Okay? So you're going to press the pedal down. Very good. You're going to lift your hips up. Can we lift the pedal? That's making it more advanced. It's like the mind, that proprioception is like, wow, it's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, so that is perfectly okay. Okay, so now go ahead and release that. Very good. Okay, come up to standing. And we're going to do a cat standing side. So I'm going to have you stand over here. I'm going to get out of the way. Stand about over here. So this foot is about even. We're just getting this way and we're a little bit back. Very nice. Okay. For cat standing side, we are going to place our outside hand on the pedal. And I'm sorry, this hand. Yeah, this hand. Yep. Now I feel like we're too out. You were right. So let's scoot up just a little bit. Yep. Okay, so the movement here is your hand can either be to your side, your hand can be behind your back, whichever one feels comfortable. And you're just going to press slowly down. You can have a slight bend in your knee. Very good. Let's do one more. We're going to press down. Now you can release your hand. And as you press down, you're going to lift your arm up. Oh, you're going to scoot your arm. You did it right. Here, very good. And I'm going to add a little resistance while you press. So you're going to come up. Very good. Now press down, and we're going to do a little resistance for a little balance challenge here. Very good. And come back up. Very nice. And that's cat standing side. So, we're just going to move on for time purposes. Okay, so here we're going to do our swan on the chair. So I'm going to have you come around this way. And you're going to lay prone on the chair, and your chest is going to be off the box. And we're going to check our tension here because we can go from 1 at 3 or 1 at 4. So go ahead and put your palms on there. How does that feel? We can move up to 1 to 4 to a little more tension.
Yeah, probably.
Little, okay. We can move up 1. Oh, we're a 1 to 1. That's fine. Try that. Is that good? Okay, we can also try 1 to 3. So let's try 1 to 3. Make sure that we're right where we want you. This is probably going to be, this is pretty much the standing one. So go ahead and look there. Oh, yeah. Okay, so for here, our belly button, we kind of want to, yeah, you're right, you're good. The belly button should be towards close to the edge. Very good. All right, so your gaze is going to be down. Your wrist and your shoulders are going to be aligned on the pedal. Very good. And we're going to stay laterally rotated, so your toes are going to stay out. Very good. And you're going to go ahead and lift your spine up. Exhale as we come up. Inhale as we come down. Very nice. Very good. Exhale on the up. We're going to inhale on the down. Very good. A variation here is we can lift our quads up. Very good. And we press back down. One more. Very nice. Okay. Now we're going to move into rotation prone. So you are going to have a slight, your both hands are going to be on the pedal. Your toes are going to be pointed. You're going to bring your right hand to your forehead. So you're going to press down. Yep. Right hand to your forehead. Very good. And we're going to come up. And when you come up, you're going to do a slight rotation. Beautiful. Come back down. Very good. Come back up. Good. We can place our hand back down. Let's switch hands. Put our other hand on our forehead. We're going to raise up as we rotate back. Very good. Rotate. Come back down. One more. Up. Very nice. Very good. Here, you can put both hands on the pedal. There's a variation here that if we put our hand, as we have our hand on our forehead, and we're coming up, we can extend our long arm around instead of just our elbow. So go ahead and start with your hand on your, very good, you're gonna come up, you're gonna rotate with your long arm, your gaze is gonna follow your finger. So very good, come back around, down, good. Come up, good, hands back on the pedal, press down, very good, and now we're gonna come up. Perfect. Feet planted on the floor. Excellent. Okay, let's move on to our, making great time, move on to our elephant pike here. So for this one, this is a little bit of a, more of a challenge move, but we can do it. So we're gonna start with both feet on the pedals. You're gonna press down. Good, okay. So I'm going to have your feet in Pilates V, very nice. And so the movement here is that we're keeping our back straight. We're going to do the elephant, okay? So we're keeping our back straight and we're going to lift up as best we can. Very good. That's okay. You can keep, just try to lift up. So we're pressing and trying to lift just our, and I'll guide you here. So just press up. Sorry, it's okay. No, this is not easy. So no, it's perfectly fine. So let's try with our hands a little closer here, and then we can just try to lift up the pedal as best we can. There you go. Yeah, you did it. You did it. No, that's really good. So these get a lot more difficult when we go into the pike, because the pike is you're lifting up and actually like putting flexion into your spine and like lifting your legs up. But with elephant, we keep a flat back and then we come up. Can you try to come up one more time? You're almost there. You're almost there, but you're keeping your back straight. No, that's really good. That's really good. Okay, and that concludes chair. And I believe that concludes this portion of the video. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this.